I used to be in a Wicca coven many years ago, in the beginning of my path, searching for answers all the time. Little did I know that I didn't have to do that. A dragon which will discover their own discoveries inside of their lives, because that is what our lives is. It's discovering all the time. We are now living as a human being, always trying to discover everything inside of our lives. This is a human experience inside of our dragon existence, you can say. So, my brothers and sisters, my name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon, which I hope to explain to you a bit more about the dragon's path. So, yeah, in the beginning of my path, I was searching always for answers. That is what we all do. We just want to know whatever is going on, what this phenomena is, and hoping that other people can say to us whatever we are feeling inside of ourselves. Of course, I asked this to the people inside of the Wicca community, but they couldn't see it. They just did rituals. They rituals for a kind of gods that I didn't even care for. But I always said, whenever we are going to do something for the dragon, for Tiamat, whenever going to do something for the dragon gods, and maybe yeah, and then they explained to us, to myself as well, we also have guides, and these guides are our ancestors. And I said to them, yeah, I sometimes feel them. And then they were triggered. But I said to them, and then they lost a connection with me somewhere because they didn't understand it. I said, yeah, I feel connection with my dragon ancestors. My dragon ancestors. And they said, but you're not a dragon. How can you have dragon ancestors? You are a human. Your ancestors are human. Yeah, yes, indeed, they evolved from apes, and they are not really the ones that I want to let myself be guided in, to be very honest. And I said it to them. It was, oh, such you have no respect for your ancestors. But yeah, I do. Yeah, it was in their time. But yes, it no, I said I want to connect with my dragon ancestors. But you're not a dragon, and so my brothers and sisters, we are indeed not dragons, but we have our human experience that we have here. We have here, we are born here with a dragon spirit that is asleep, a dragon spirit with a large history. And this dragon spirit recycled again, creating us inside of this life, inside of this circle. This dragon spirit needed to be born somewhere, maybe out of Tiamat, but also out of other dragons. You are born out of other dragons. And so you had draconic parents, draconic grandparents, draconic further on, and also draconic ancestors that lived on earth and died on earth. So they can tell us everything that is about the earth, about living here in this world. And maybe even some ancestors can explain to you how it is to live with humans. Because now we cannot, of course, explain that humans and dragons live together. But maybe one of these ancestors can give you the advice how it is to live amongst humans in the human world. Some dragons, and can say to you how it is to live amongst them. Worse, that you are one of them. So these are the dragons that can come inside of your dragon eye, your dragon circle, that is very secure. It can be that your dragon doesn't want any other dragon spirit inside of your circle for several reasons, so that you cannot be distracted or that other dragons might not say different ideas. No, your dragon eye is very specific. So it can be that your dragon really doesn't want other dragons inside. It can also be out of jealousy. It can be. Dragons have their own unique character. So it can be that they are saying, why are you searching for other dragons? I'm the one who guides you. I'm the one here. I did so many things. Why are you searching for other dragons? It can be. It can be that your dragon is responding in this way. And you have to understand this because the dragon did move heaven and earth to be with you. And they are the one to guide you because there is no one else who knows you more than the dragon by your side, your guardian. But sometimes here in this world, it can be such a challenge, so difficult. It can be so dark. Darkness can surround you, And maybe your guardians say that you have to go through it, but maybe you just want a different energy, a different recognizable energy that comes from the deepest of your own soul, the ones that came before, the dragon ancestors that you have. You have dragon ancestors. Of course, you also have human ancestors, but that is blood. Out of the spirit, that is the dragon. That is the dragon that is surrounding you, and the dragon that is always allowed to be inside of your dragon circle. So if you want to be guided or aided so that you can call upon your dragon ancestors is always possible. So you don't have to be. I was discouraged, if they said to me, you are not a dragon, so you don't have dragon ancestors. Why calling for ancestors that don't exist? But I said, I feel them. The ones, the bloodlines that came before, I mean, the spiritual lines that came before. I feel it from the deepest of my spirit. I can even feel them talking to each other. I feel them inside of a realm where I cannot reach to, but I can still hear them. I still hear them giving advice to me every single day. Beside my dragon by my side, beside my guardian, I can still hear them. I can still feel them. I can still feel them worrying about my story that is told here all by myself as a human being. But the dragon never dies, and the dragon is always within ourselves. Here we are lost and all by ourselves, so we only have our guardian and our dragon god by our side. But sometimes we just need to have this secure, and we need to ask the dragon ancestors for advice what to do now. Because I am very much convinced that dragons used to walk on this world, and it can be that your guardian also have experience by living here in flesh and blood, but also in a different time, different moment, so that also your dragon ancestors, inside of yourself, you can hear them talking to you. You just need to respond back to them. And in front of your dragon altar, wherever you are undisturbed, ask for them. Ask for them for their advice, for their guidance here inside of this life, that you feel their claws, that you feel their energies, always talking to you. So, and if I explain this to the people inside of the dragon, I mean, not the dragon, but the Wicca community, they didn't take that serious at all. I was not expecting that they were taking it serious because I know how it sounds. For example, first and foremost, I never wished to be a dragon. I never wished to be a dragon witch. I never wished anything like it. I just felt it. I felt it and I could no longer ignore it. So I had to say it also to brothers and sisters that this is a real phenomenon, that our spirit comes from other dragons. It has a line. It has a complete line with so many different kind of dragons that you can ask for aid. Of course, it can be that you are too far away, that they don't know wherever you are, and that is where you can have rituals for. Rituals of the ancestor to have their attention, so that you will put a candle in front of your dragon altar, in front of yourself, so that you will ask your dragons to be there, ask your guidance, I mean, your dragon to be there, but also your ancestors to be there as well. You have indeed ancestors that are trying to talk to you and trying to connect with you. And that is so strange for many people, so strange, because we might be one of the few spiritualities here in this world that is not only following but also sometimes worshiping and even be like that something that is not human. That if you watch all of these spiritualities, every god is a human. Allah, Mohammed, I mean Yahweh, Odin, Zeus, they are all images of humans. If you follow something like Tiamat or the dragons themselves, that especially for the Wicca community where I was in, that was alien. That was, what the hell are you talking? That is just role play, that you wish to be a dragon. No, 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 no. I never wish that, because if I would not be like what I am today, with a spirit that is from far away, then I would have a much easier life. If I did not have dragon ancestors, I had a much easier life. So I have to say that that this was not my wish, and it was certainly not my wish to be born as a human and as an outsider, as someone who is crazy because he can hear dragons. I know how that sounds very much. That was why I was afraid. But suddenly, sometimes I can hear whispers, voices inside of my head that was not from my dragon guardian by my side, that is not from my dragon god. Sometimes I hear this from far away, very light, but far away, that I can hear a dragon's wisdom, a wisdom that also, whenever I hear it, changed me a lot and know wherever I have to go inside of this world, where I should go, and this is where I listen to. Uh, Many years ago, whenever my awakening happened, whenever my awakening occurred, ever since I could hear the whispers, but it was not the guardian and God only. It was also other dragons. And most of these dragons that are allowed by your dragon guardian and God inside of your dragon circle are your dragon ancestors. And they have a lot of dragon wisdom to share with you. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.